Now, the faltering German economy is a major concern for voters. And it's not just ordinary people who are worried. Last month, Germany's biggest business associations sounded the alarm, saying fixing the economy must be the next government's top priority. The business leaders said short-term crisis management will not help Germany. We need fundamental structural changes in economic and social policy. So let's take a closer look at some charts that highlight the main issues here. The first is the fact that Germany's economy has stopped growing and is in recession. As you can see here, economic output has been contracting for the last 2 years. Not good news for Europe's biggest economy. And one of the key reasons is falling demand for cars and other German exports. The downturn between December 2023 and November of last year included a particularly steep export decline in October. And earlier, I asked the economist Claudia Kemfert whether Germany can still be seen as an economic powerhouse.
Well, right now we could say no, because the outlook for the economy has remained really dampened, and the progress is also not really seen. There's really a wait and see policy right now, also in the economy, and the economic policy situation is quite uncertain because of the federal elections, and there are trade risks because of the U.S. policy. There are also geopolitical conflicts, which makes a difference, and all this means also there might be trade barriers coming, and this is in a phase of weakness, and that's really complicated. So I think this stagnation will be ongoing right now.
So what needs fixing most urgently in Germany right now?
Well, what's most important is investment into infrastructure, into railways, into roads, into the digitalization, digital networks, but also into energy efficiency, into renewable energy. So the economy is not modernized, the industry is not very modern, so there needs to be investment. And I think that's the most important pressure also for the next government. But we will see how this can be done and how the next policy will be ongoing.
Now, there's been a lot of complaints about bureaucracy hindering economic growth, and that complaint is, of course, not new. But is there any hope that any future government could really cut down on red tape?
Well, they always say this, that bureaucracy needs to be shut down or needs to be improved, but we don't see that really. I think there's a little bit improvement of the digitalization, which helps also that bureaucracy might be improved, but I don't have really so much hope for it, because we are talking on Germany, they are talking about this since 10 or 15 years, and the improvement has not been seen. So I really hope so, and there might be improvement, but I don't see this right now.
Do you know why that could be, that there never is any real, as you said, every party, all the parties speak about it, but there's never any real change? Do you know why that is?
Yeah, that's really a good question, because why this is, Germany is not very modern. And if there needs to be modernization, Germany is really weak in this. And this explains also why the investment into most important things like, as I said, the infrastructure, digitalization is not happening. And this also brings in bureaucracy, because right now, also looking at the election, which is also very bureaucratic, there's no digital option to vote, actually, and this explains also why we don't have an innovation process. And Germany is not very innovative. It's good in research, but it's not really good in innovation and modernization.
Now, many voters have cited, as we've heard earlier, that the economy is a very important decision-making factor in this election. But how are people actually affected by, say, a strong export economy?
Yeah, I mean, people are affected by jobs, by earnings, but also by public services, by care, and also education. So this all needs to be improved, and we know that since many years that there needs to be investment into all this. And daycare also for children, for example, is important, but also the investment into train infrastructure. The train is not running. I mean, there are not enough daycare places, and all this plays a role also in this election right now, because I could expect that there might be also votes going into this direction because of this weakness we still have. Migration is important. That was a hot topic in all the election campaigns. However, the daily issues the people have are not so much related to migration, but to daycare, to public services, and all this. And this is really important.
Talking about, daily issues that people are facing, it seems many people just want a bit more money in their own pockets. Can we expect significant tax cuts from the next government?
It depends now how the next government will look like. If there's a conservative party who really leads this coalition, there might be also a tax reform, because they wanted to strengthen especially high earners. But if we are looking at the Social Democrats, they want really to help low earners and low-income households. And we will see how this really goes together. In the past, there never has been really a tax reform. The CDU really wants to help the industry, the economy very much, but it really depends how the coalition might look like. I really hope that they're going for investments, because Germany needs investment into digitization, into innovation, and into the industry, but also help low-income households, because the social justice is really an issue in Germany, but it's never been affected, never in the election campaign, but also not in the programs of the different parties.
Now, in conclusion, do you think Germany can actually retain or regain its position as a major economic player in the world?
Well, that's really difficult, because I hope so, but that really leads to the investment. Germany needs to reform the debt brake, because right now we have all the problems because of the debt brake, and this is really an issue. And I hope that they will reform it, that there's enough investment from the public side, but also from the private side, into the most important areas like renewable energy, energy efficiency, and modernization of the whole industry, like hydrogen economy and all this. This could really strengthen the economy and bring new jobs, sustainable jobs. But it all depends on the current or the next policy, economic policy, which hopefully goes in this direction.
Professor Claudia Kemfert there, thank you very much.
Thank you.